right, hello everyone. So I'm trying to showcase here my script. So there you go. To auto-configure IOX app network settings. So at first, like a prerequisite is kind of that you enable netconf. You have web UI installed, so you are here in the web UI. So this is basically the IP address to my 1101. Then you install the IOX application via web UI. And then without CLI, without any CLI configuration, you can just run a script in order to get your configuration up and then to run your IOX application. So at first I will start, as you can see here, from ground zero. So I will open here my IOX manager. I will in the end write here file hosting, choose my file. This is IOX file hosting. This is basically what I can tell you this a bit later. So this is basically Nginx is installed and Samba is pre-configured and installed in this IOX application with specific open ports, 5000 for Nginx and 445 for SMB. So basically, we have now web UI, we enabled netconf, and here we go. We deployed now this application here. And now basically what we need to do is like for port 445 and port 5000, for the file server, we need to do some configuration there. And this is done very easily now. So I go to my script, I start, and then you can see here, yes, the usual hello, welcome message. And then we have also, like when you start the script main PI, there's right next to it the data.json file. And in this data.json file, you can put your configuration. So for iOS.exe, you put here in a JSON format the IP address of the router, username, password, port. And for the IOX now, for this application, you fill out here these credentials. So app ID, this is the same what we have here. So this is the file hosting. So then we have here the IOX application. Let's do it for 2, 1, 1, and 2. So let's leave it by default. And then some really cool stuff, you can now do port mapping, and you can create like more entries. So for example, we have a 445 and here as well 445 for SMB. So we can, for example, for the web server, we need to create more entries. So we're creating, for example, here 5000. If you need more, I will just do it here. For example, we want UDP open with 136, for example, and so on. We can do this as well. So this is basically for the nothing, as you may know. So you can like create more of these entries as well. And then from the outside interface, so basically like we have two options here. We have like option one is the gigabit Ethernet where you will NAT this to, or just the local VLAN here. So I leave it here with local VLAN because this is in my configuration here. And then basically would start the script in order to get the configuration done. Just to showcase it here, when we go to command line interface on the router, just to showcase here, we have nothing is pre-configured here. Sorry, we have all the interfaces there. We have VLAN here. This is where I'm from right now, and this is where so nothing is configured here. Also, as you can see here, like really there's a naked configuration there. However, now I will select here the number 2, as in VLAN is set in data.json. I click on this one. It parses JSON, it's connecting to the i1101, it's changing the configuration there, and also in the end it's saving it. So it does a copy run start in order to have a permanent configuration out there. When we go now again into the show run, we do as well, we do again the command there. Let's clear it, and let's do it again. We have now, when we go down, we have now here the virtual port group with the correct NAT setting. We have now as well the VLAN one, which is now again not outside virtual reassembly. We have also now here all the rules, the NAT rules. So basically 5000 with the correct interfaces there, VLAN 1 and the 1.2 IP address. And then also, last but not least, the app hosting, app ID, file hosting, and so on. Everything is here configured there. So basically, what the customer owner needs to do is basically, let us check this. Go here, file hosting, then we activate it. Then we go to static. We say this is the IP address what we actually had. We have also here the default gateway. This is the virtual port group, default settings, and so on. And then we activate it. So this takes some time. And then we go restart it. And there you go. So everything is running. Everything should should be fine. Let's also check it here with the ping, because I had some troubles there. If we can reach it. Yes, it's also good. So we can reach actually this the container as well there. So basically, when we say this one here, we enter the IP address of the router, we say 5000 and we click it. And yeah, invalid response because it's a HTTP, and we are going to the Nginx server and it's done. So basically what we did now is we did no configuration at all, via CLI, we did everything via the Python script. You put everything in there with IOX, it does automatically everything in the port setting, in the outside interface, and so on. And then basically you can, in the end, with the 5000 or with the SMB, which I won't showcase now, but you can theoretically do so, access the SMB server, and that's it. Yeah, I hope that's helpful, and yeah, see you soon.